Dan Plasma, full contact fighter, here with the CEO, Scott Coker. How's it going, sir?
It's going well.
Was that the famous Bob Wall from Bruce Lee films?
That was Bob Wall from Enter the Dragon and Return of the Dragon Game of Death.
I would know. I'm that guy at those silly comic book conventions getting him to sign autographs. That guy's a legend, but it seems like what you're building here is the new legend of martial arts.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had some really good fights tonight. I think you look at Held, what a great submission expert. I mean, that guy is really dangerous, and I think Will Brooks had a great fight. So overall, I think we had some really good fights tonight. He's getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what the future lies for him because we're going to put him in some tough fights.
Talk to us about what's happening with Kendall.
Well, he's got the big fight next month with Halsey, so he's training hard. He's back and forth. He had some issues with his family, so went back to Hawaii. So hopefully, he can stick to training camp now, and he's got a good 5 weeks to go, and at Pachanga on May 10th. I'm sorry, it was the 15th. He's going to be fighting Halsey, and we'll let him test his skills.
How does it feel to have a legend like Tito Ortiz in this promotion, one of the people who literally built this sport?
Yeah, I mean, Tito, let's face it, when you talk about MMA, the first thing that comes to my mind is Gracie, then Shamrock, then Ortiz, Couture. And from the international side, I think about Vanderlei Silva, and I think about Fedor Emelianenko. Those are like the 6 guys that really built MMA. And then, to have Tito here, part of our family, and continue to compete for us, it's an honor because those fights that he has are gonna be his future in the sense that he's only got probably how many left. How many fights does Tito Ortiz really have left? So he's gonna cherish him. We're gonna cherish him, and we're gonna put him in some great fights. And he wants to fight. He said his body feels great, and he's ready to go.
Speaking of star quality, Ken Shamrock is stepping back into the cage, rather. How does that feel to have another legend, another guy who built this sport, be part of this promotion now?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like I said, I watched UFC 1, 2, 3. I was a guy that bought the pay-per-view and became a fan. And so, that fight really has it's a very unique meaning to me because that fight kind of came full circle. Here's what I mean with, Pro Elite was doing the fight. The fight didn't happen. Ken got hurt. They put in a different opponent with Kimbo. It didn't work out. He came out, basically left mixed martial arts, went into boxing, and then Strikeforce came in and bought Pro Elite. When we took all their assets and we, got this CBS Showtime deal, and then to come full circle to have that fight back on my lap after how I've seen it kind of unfold the last 7 years, it's pretty amazing. And to me, I just think that it's just meant to be, and we're going to do our best to promote it, and I think we're going to have a great show.
As usual, you're bringing star quality to a promotion, and just can't wait to see the fireworks unfold.
Yeah, I mean, that card is going to be stacked top to bottom, and we have a couple announcements that we're going to announce next week, and we're going to put something together for every fan. We already have, to me, I call them the fun fights, or the fights that should have happened years ago, but we got the fun fights. The fun fight has already been announced, and now, we have Pitbull. We announced that's going to be an amazing fight, him and Georgie K. And we got some other fights that we're going to announce, and we're going to round that card off, and it's going to be solid.
One last question, sir. I saw the great Cung Lee here at ringside. What's happening with that, or cage side, rather?
No, Cung was just here. We're friends. We've been friends for a long time. I mean, I used to promote all his fights, but, now he's retired. And he was down here doing some stuff for another producer or a movie thing. And I said, why don't you just come to the fight? So he's just here as a fan and watching and supporting us.
Trying to tempt him, perhaps?
Oh, no. He's under contract, and, he's got some obligations. But I think he's retired. I think he's done, and he had a great career. I mean, one thing about Cung Lee people don't realize is when I met Cung, it was like 1997 or 96, and I started promoting him then, and we're doing our fights on ESPN, and then what happened was I started looking back in his past before that. He was already on the Sanshao team fighting Sanshao. He's already fighting Shidokan and knocking people out. He already had like this amazing martial arts career even before I met him. He's probably the most versatile martial artist that has been successful at every level, whether it was Sanshao or kickboxing or Sandao or Seito Kaikan. I mean, he did everything, and so he's finished his MMA career now, and and now he's going to continue working on his movie stuff.
Incredibly strong guy. I had the honor of wrestling with him back in the day, and he has that kind of farmer strength. He'll just toss you around. It's like, wow.
Well, I'll tell you, and that's from his work ethic. I mean, really, I'd call Cung up 1 o'clock in the morning. He's like, hold on, I'm doing some sit-ups. I'm doing some push-ups. I'm doing some weights. I mean, the guy is just a training machine. He does not stop, and he still doesn't stop. And it's kind of like Herschel Walker, same thing. Herschel still does, his 1,000 push-ups and his 2,000 sit-ups. He's still like hit it hard, and they won't stop. And Kung's the same way. He still does his, wakes up. I'm wide awake. I got to go do some workout, and that's just who he is.